Why do people insist on keeping their airplane windows closed on flights with gorgeous views? People wanna sleep. Dark rooms induce sleep. I love opening the window and can look out all day night on a 14H flight. But when it's daytime and everyone got their window shut, opening your window is like lighting a 10,000 W flashlight in a dark room. Not that I care much usually. Flying freaks some people out and they'd probably prefer to have as few reminders of the fact that they are up in the air as possible. Or they just don't want glare on their screens. I love planes that have a camera underneath, and you can watch what you're lying over on your screen. How has nobody commented about the heat? If it's a clear day and the sun is coming in on your side, it is a very noticeable heat that radiates in. This is especially true over open water, I have found. If a bunch of people have their windows open around you, it will get really uncomfortable. While this post really struck a chord with people who like having the window open the whole flight, haha, I didn't realize how controversial this was. Looking out through the airplane window makes me sick as hell. Makes my anxiety and motion sickness worse. Yes, I take medication and take an aisle seat, but it doesn't help 100. UV rays. Pick a window seat if that is what you want. I don't usually want to look out. I'm late 40s, and while I didn't fly that much as a kid, people seem really weird about sleeping on flights now in a way I don't remember. Don't get me wrong, on a red-eye I try to sleep as much as I can, but it seems like tons of people now aim to sleep through flights where they land in the evening. WTF they expect to do when they land. Feels like the flight crew encouraged the sleeping makes the flight easier. Sometimes it's just too bright and I want to sleep or read without the glare. I basically live on a plane for work, so I'm trying to sleep or work, and the windows open makes both more difficult. Keeping the window open is extremely bright, which hurts my eyes and can lead to migraines for me. I also don't love the screen glare if I'm trying to watch something or use my phone or switch. I used to love flying. My first flight was over 12 hours. I used to have no problem looking out the window. Now, for some reason I have developed some anxiety about looking out the window. Even though I take medication during the flight, I cannot look out the window because the anxiety will actually override my medication. So if I end up having a window seat, that window will be shut until about 20 minutes prior to landing. Because I know that if I start to have a panic attack within 20 minutes, I can handle that and I can make the landing. Whereas if I was to have the window open the whole time, I would not be able to handle that panic attack. To maintain the illusion that they are on the ground and not thousands of feet up in the air in a fragile aluminum tube. I love looking out the window. I also press my GPS on it to get a lock on the satellites, so I can read the global coordinates. I think my phone now has a strong GPS receiver, so my solar clock app can tell me the exact meridian time compared to the time zone time. But to answer the OP's question, I think on intercontinental flights, the daylight coming in from the windows can really mess with people trying to sleep because either some people are still on the original time zone, or some others are trying to adjust to the new time zone. It all depends on how far into the flight it is. I think beautiful views are meant to be viewed, and I would open my window for you. But even I wouldn't ask a passenger to forego sleep, so I could admire anything short of space Jesus on a galactic unicorn Pegasus. Your hours are not their hours. Window seats are the easiest to sleep in. TLDR, this is a mystery of life. The answer is probably 42. No matter how many times I fly, take off, and landing will always have the window up. Yes, I always get the window seat. Flight will never not amaze me as a human achievement, and watching it happen is awesome. Cruising altitude though? I can take it or leave it. Usually leave it to get some sleep. Except my last flight where we circled a gnarly storm, and me and the strangers in my row were watching it with awe. It was a really cool sight that everyone else slept through missed out on. Girl, I'm tired. I have anxiety and fly rarely, but I love looking out the window. It helps me to know what's around me, but I see how it can stress people out seeing how high up we are. Although if we're over the ocean, not so much. I saw a huge something under the surface of the water when I flew to Hawaii and decided I'm fine not knowing the wonders of the deep.